Follow Cheap Not Broke on Instagram and TikTok at Cheap Not Broke.
Cheap Not Broke fam, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Cheap Not Broke live show. Thank you for hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. You are very much appreciated. I am your host, Mr. Hall, as they call me. And thank you all for tuning in tonight. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It is very much appreciated. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and all subscribers are very much appreciated. So, if you haven't, if you already did, hit that like button, that subscribe button. We appreciate it. All right, let's get to why debt sucks. Why debt sucks. And well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, people just say debt and all this other stuff. I don't want any debt. Everybody debt, this, that. You don't want to owe nobody. Let's just call it that. I owing people money. That's what it is. Debt is nothing but, hey, I owe some people some money. That's basically all it is. That's all it is. And why does it suck? Well, because it's complicated. Debt is complicated. All right. And there's different types of debt. You know, you got different types. You got car debt, house debt, student loan debt, credit card debt. You got all kind of debt. Now, is debt good or bad? Depends on who you ask and what you're using it for, because there are different ways to use that debt. But tonight, we're just going to talk about regular old consumer debt, buying shit that you don't need. Excuse my French, but I got to say it, keep it, call it how it is. Buying stuff that you don't need and stuff that you can't pay for, because that's how you get in debt. You're spending too much and you don't got enough. That's the only way that happens. Let's get into it. So, but before we get into all that, I got some history for you. Got some history for you. Got to do your history now. I got to do my research on this. I couldn't just get on here talking about stuff. I had to do my research. Now, in just a little history lesson, in 1766, a committee of 10 founders took charge of what would become the Treasury, and they helped secure funding for the war through loan certificates, which they borrowed money from the fledgling government of France and the Netherlands. Basically, the United States went to war, needed some money for some guns, some bullets, and stuff like that. We had to borrow the money to get it. There you go. And then you owe people. That's basically how it happens. Now, the national debt right now is, God knows, it's not getting paid off. You can't, it's not even a real number. It's not even real. Here's the thing. They got the national debt number. This is what pisses me off about it all. They got the national debt clock, whatever you want to call it. They got this rolling thing. So if you look at it, it's live right now. You see the number rolling every few seconds. It's going up and up and up and up. But who's spending all this money and on what? You know, it's funny. They parade this in front of us. They show us how much debt we're in. National debt. Okay, great. But how much does the federal government make in taxes? Huh? You tell us how much you owe. We know how much government owe. Government owe a lot of money. They'll never pay it off. Never pay it off. Like, oh, we owe China all this money and China owe us, but nobody's paying nobody. So it doesn't matter. They tell us how much we owe all the time. There's a clock. There's a website for how much you owe. How much is the federal government making? How much are they making? Y'all talking about we in debt. You know, if you don't pay your debt, credit can go bad. You can lose your car, lose your house, lose your apartment, and you can't even get a job, because they do check jobs. Depending on what you're doing for a living, they do check, they check credit for certain jobs. They got to run a credit check for certain jobs. So your debt can have a lot of effect, and you not paying people having a lot of effect on you. So, you know, it's not fair. But America is in debt, but they don't want to tell us how much money they're making on debt. Maybe America has enough money to pay off the debt, but we don't know how much money they're making in federal tax dollars, do we? They take it out our check every week, but we don't know. I want to know. I wish they'd tell me. That's here nor there. But in 1776, America was debt free, and we've been in debt since. Until, hold on, in 1837, Andrew Jackson, in 1837, Andrew Jackson, this resulted in a huge surplus. I don't know. It doesn't say how he did it. $17 million. That's how much the government had. And 1737, that's pocket change for people now. 17.9 million budget surplus was greater than the total government expenses for that year. By January 1835, for the first time and only time, all of America's interest-bearing debt was paid off. That only lasts 2 years. Because that's not what America about. America, we're in a system of debt. That's why all this work. That's why they want you to pay for all this stuff, buy all this stuff that you can't afford. Because that's how America runs. America runs on debt. I don't know if you know how it works. The bank issues credit notes, debt notes. They create money out of nothing. They create money out of nothing. They give you money. They give you $10,000, and they're gonna ask back for 15. They're gonna loan this man 100,000. They're gonna ask back for 120. That interest, baby, that interest be kicking your ass. That interest got his foot on your neck. But think about interest. You can get you something too. So that works both ways. That doesn't work both ways. But interest, that sucks because of the interest. Now, if I borrow 100 from you and I only you 100 back, that's not that bad. But let me tell you, people borrow money from you personally and will complain about paying you your money back with no interest. Look, you borrowed 300 from me here. I'm gonna give you $300 back. I'm gonna give you 300, okay? And I just want 300 back, no interest. Cool. Person will complain to you, have an attitude with you. $300. What about them $300 funky dollars? Whoa, 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 whoa. That $300 wasn't funky when I gave it to you. That $300 smelled like flowers and candy when I gave it to you. Now it's funky. I don't like that. But I don't loan people money, so I don't know nothing about that. People will do that, but when they go to the bank, they'll pay that interest back gladly with no problem. Here's the thing: bank will take your house, they'll take your teeth, they'll take your car, they'll take your whole family. Bank will ruin your family. You're like, damn, you take my family? Yes, they will. They'll do all of that. The bank will do all that in the name of debt. In the name of debt. America's in the system of debt. We're in the system of debt. You can't run from it. That's why they put it in your face all the time. That's why they always got you in debt. They want you to pay, and not really think about what you're doing. In let me see, when consumerism debt. I think the consumerism debt started around the 50s and the 60s because America realized, the system realized if they market to your emotions, then they can get you to buy more stuff. See, at one point, they were telling the truth about products. Hey, this is a toothbrush. You brush your teeth, they'll get clean. Great. This is a car. You put gas in it, it'll get you to go to A to B. But then at some point, they started lying to you. This is a toothbrush. With these teeth, they'll look white as the sky. And you can get any woman you want, which is not true. But they'll tell you that based off of buying this toothbrush, your teeth are going to be so white, women are going to be falling all over for you. Not true. No. Just like hair gel for women or hair product. Oh, with this hair product, your hair is going to look like this and you will look like this to the world. Not true. But before that, they just tell you what it is. So start doing this in the 1960s. Okay. Started getting, playing to people's emotions, getting to buy more stuff. And then, all right, let me get my dates right. I want to say, I don't know exact dates. I don't know. I just know the story. I don't know the exact dates. In the 1970s, the credit card companies sued the government because they said it is not fair for us not to be able to charge our own interest rates because the credit card companies were capped at a certain interest rate. They couldn't charge you whatever they wanted. They went to the federal government. I don't think the federal government did anything, but I think it's the state of Iowa or the state of Delaware. I think it's one of the state of Iowa. They're like, you know what? We don't care about that. Come here. We'll let you charge whatever you want to charge. So if you notice when you get your credit card bills and your credit card and your visas and your debit cards, all that stuff comes from like Iowa. All those letters come from like Iowa. I want to say Iowa, South Dakota, one of those states, because they have very lax laws when it comes to credit cards. They let companies charge whatever they want on interest. They're like, okay, we're going to go there. You going to let us charge 20%, 30%? Shit, we're coming over there. And that's what they did. They started, all the credit card companies went to one state, started charging all this interest. Then started advertising to people, you need this, you need that, you need this, you got to have it. You need it now. Credit cards show up to your house. Hey, whoa, shit, I got a credit card. Hey, well, look, you can spend this $1,000. You don't have to pay us back for 3 months. Shit, well, I need $1,000 today. All right, well, go ahead and do that. And you pay us back in 3 months. How much you got to pay us back? Don't worry about it. We'll talk to you about how much you owe us in 3 months. And that's where people start falling into debt because they started having all this consumerism, all these things that they're wanting you to buy that you don't need, making you buy a whole bunch of bullshit stuff. And people started spending. Before you know it, you're spending way more than you make and you're in debt. Consumerism debt. Buying stuff that you don't need. Buying stuff based off of your feelings. That's why a lot of people are in debt. That's why debt sucks. Because when you fall into debt on your credit card, consumerism debt, you're not really thinking about it. It's not something that you necessarily got to have. You don't have to have whatever it is, shoes, cars, appliance, whatever it is. People buy a lot of stuff on credit. People buy food dinner on credit. You ate Tuesday on credit. You haven't even paid off. It's Saturday. You haven't even paid it off. Damn, you eating on borrowed money. And now that dinner is interest. So that dinner, what you paid for is now 5-6% higher. Probably like 15, 20, $30 more because you let the interest hit because you didn't pay off of the debt. So debt is not your friend, especially when it's consumerism debt. That stuff, it climbs. I've been in credit card debt. I'm paying off credit card right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm paying off credit card right now. Doing some foolishness with it. And it got too high. Making the minimum payment, you don't want to do that. Oh man, making the minimum payment is like having a fire. You got this big fire and it's getting bigger and bigger and bitter. Instead of just throwing water on it and dousing it out, you're gonna take a spray bottle and spray it. You're gonna spray bottle, spray it on this little fire. That fire ain't never going out. Actually, you're making the fire bigger with that water. The fire said, "Yeah, come on, baby, spray me. I'm getting bigger." And that's what they're doing. You spray all that water on the fire. Boom, that get bigger. Now you know. Now you got this huge fire, which is debt, and you're in there surrounded, and your ass is burning up. Like, oh, shit, I owe these people all this money. They're gonna take all my stuff, ruin my credit, and you don't have nobody help put that fire out. And if you want to put somebody fire out, they put that fire out. Okay, great. They come in there. All right, you get you one of those loans to pay off everything. I forget what the name of them are. You get one of those loans to pay off everything. Okay, great. They put this fire out. You think you're great, but then you realize you get over there with them. They say, "Hey, well, we put this fire out, but you're gonna have to put out this fire. If not, whoosh, they start another fire. Now that fire is not growing as slow, but you see it growing, and you just paid off one fire and took another fire and put it on there. That's how paying off debt with debt. That's how that works. That is it's so American. It's so American. I realized that in college, they used to have people coming to college campus, guy, give you a credit card for a pizza. Like, hey, here's a credit card, $500. You can get it for free. Sign up for a pizza. Like, well, first off, I got lunch in the cafeteria. I don't need that. And my parents told me, stay away from this. So I didn't do it. I knew better. I didn't mess with no credit card because my parents told me don't do that. But some people didn't. And they got stuck with those credit cards. And that debt balloons so damn fast. And you know what's so nasty about it? It's very hard to compute the numbers. It's very hard. The system that however they have it all designed, how they come up with the interest and how much your payment is. It's very hard to do with a calculator. You can't sit down and do that equation. That's hard. I've tried it. And I've called in. I said, is it possible to calculate your interest by hand and see how much you owe? She said, not really, because the way the system is set up, you're not smart enough to do it. I didn't like that, but it's true. It's very hard to calculate it. They're charging you daily interest, compound interest. They got all these funky stuff in there. You can't even figure out the math. You pay $100. You pay $100 you spend $100 on your credit card. Excuse me. Spend $100 on your credit card, and let's say you got 10%. All right, you might think it's gonna be $10. It's probably gonna be more than that because they have a funny way of doing this. But you got to check your credit card statements. Check your statements. Because I realized I was paying off a credit card that now it's legal. It's not legal. It's by law. Now they have to show if you're paying the minimum payment, this is how much time it takes to pay it off. If you pay a couple dollars more, this is how much time it takes to pay off. That has to be on the statement on the credit card statement now by law. It didn't used to have to be that. So if you're making a minimum payment, you would never know how long it's going to take to get paid off. Let's say you got $500 and the minimum payment is 20. Minimum payment is 20. Okay, you paid 20. All right, cool. But they're adding 12 back. You only paid $8. And then you go spend another 20, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it balloons, and it's nasty. And here's what they do with this with debt and credit card debt. They send you the statement. I'm gonna bust your head with this one. They always send you the statement on PDFs. Maybe it's because I'm an accountant. I like it. They don't never send you nothing in Excel. Because when you got Excel, if you think about if you got your statement in Excel, if all the statements you got for everybody was in Excel, you could pull it up on your computer and you could do the math yourself, run you a nice formula and see if the numbers are right. This is what I noticed about my credit card statements. My credit card statements, they when you're looking at the dashboard, it doesn't show you all the transactions like for a month, 2 months. It only shows you a few transactions. They don't really want you to see how much you spending. They don't really want you to know. And then when you get your statement, they got the statement all. It's not the easiest to read. Now I look at credit card statements all the time for work, but they're not very easy to read for somebody who doesn't look at them all the time. But you can get on Excel or somewhere like that, put all the numbers in there and see if they running you. See if they running you. Because a good friend of mine talked to her, shout out my homegirl, Jen, comedian Miss Jen. She used to work, she told me a hustle that people used to do. She's working at she used to work at the at a car dealership, and she used to tell me how they used to run the numbers on people because they wouldn't when they put all the stuff in Excel, they hide cells. You can do a lot of nasty stuff in Excel if you know what you're doing. They would hide stuff and add fees, and people wouldn't know because you don't get to run your numbers. Same thing with the debt. They'll be adding interest rate will go up, all kind of stuff will happen, and you don't really know. You don't really know what the hell is going on. So, Mama Z, yes, I agree. They need to send all those statements in Excel. Yes, the heck they do. Because if you had it in Excel, you can play with those numbers. Oh, I can see if you can just as easily. Let's say you're making a payment of $250. You can easily see if I went up $40, if I went from $250 to $290, how much time that would cut off. You might be able to find out by adding an extra $40. I can get off of this credit card an extra 2 years early. Car payment, your car payment. When you get your car payment, they give you a nice schedule on a piece of paper. They don't send you an Excel file because on the car payment, you're making fixed payments for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. If you were to pay just an extra $150, you can see, oh shoot, I'm gonna get up out of here extra 2 years early, save myself $10,000. See, I do this all the time because I put all my stuff on a statement and I just start playing with the numbers and running the numbers and seeing, okay, if I pay this is how much I cost. If interest goes up this much, this is how much it's going to cost. If I do this, and this, just so I know my options, I know what the hell is going on. It's essential because you just don't know, and that's how you end up in debt because you really can't see what the hell is going on. All you know is they're going to send you a statement every 30 days. They're going to tell you how much you need to pay, which is the least amount possible, which is not good. The minimum payment is not helping nobody. It's really not. It's just making you feel good, but the most money they're going to make is off the minimum. You think about it. Well, they're making the minimum. They're not making that much. Yes, they are, because they're making it over a long period of time. Remember now, credit card has no payoff date. You can pay on it forever. You never have to pay it off. Car loan, expiration date. Not expiration date. Damn, what's my date? Come on, I should know my date. Anyway, you have a contract, the date the contract ends. Car loan, contract ends. Home loan, contract ends. All these things end, but the credit card, no end date. You can just keep paying and paying and paying and paying and paying, and you'll never know. So that sucks. If you don't know what the hell is going on, you got to see what's going on. Now we'll do another show and I'll show you how you make money with debt, because you can. That's good too. People make money. That's why all these companies got so much debt, because they making money with debt. That's not all bad. No. Heck no. That does you well. A home loan that lets you buy a house. Car loan that lets you buy get a car. It's when you're not paying on it, when you don't understand it, when you're making late payments, when the interest rate goes up, all this stuff happens. That's when you got problems. That's when you don't know what the hell is going on. And that's when debt becomes the enemy. Consumer debt. Now you got debt leverage. We're going to talk about that Thursday night. Debt leverage. Just give you a quick, this is what I used to tell the students when I was working with kids, trying to teach them about debt. I would tell them this. I would say, you got Paul and you got Susan. Hold on. Is there a year limit for personal credit cards if you don't pay on it? Is there a year limit? Is there a year limit for personal credit cards if you don't pay on it? Oh, is there a 7-year limit? Oh, yeah. If you don't pay on the credit card, bad debt, 7 years. It's going to sit on your credit. It sure is. Now, you can The late payment's going to sit there for 7 years. You can get it charged off. There are options, but those late payments are going to sit there for 7 years. You can definitely get stuff charged off, but it's going to sit there for that 7 years. Now, but here's the thing about it. You can build credit around that. So there's some people who got so much credit that that's not really bothering them. So you can still have a healthy credit mix, and that won't kill you. If that's the only thing you got on there, yeah, it's going to bring you down. If you're trying to buy a house, it's going to affect you a lot. But it's not the end of the world because you can continuously build your credit on top of that and still make out. Now, you got to be making some money. You got to have a healthy income because they're looking at several factors. So I'm not going to say one thing's going to take you down, but several will. Several will take you down. But that's good. Shout out Josh Brown. Shout out for Mama Zeke for the comments. But yes, 7 years. It's going to sit there, man. And, I used to do the whole helping people repair their credit and understand their credit. Some stuff you can slide on, some stuff you can't. Some stuff you can't. And then you got to go through the credit bureaus and, all that good stuff. But you can, like I said, you can build on top of your credit. That's not the end of the world. You can always build on top of it. One thing that'll kill you is an eviction. One of the worst things you can have on your credit report is an eviction because you can go get another credit card and start over. You can do that. You can get a new car. If your car get repoed, they'll give you another car. But trying to get in a new apartment with an eviction is difficult. That is very difficult. And that's a whole nother thing with credit, trying to get an eviction off of your credit report. I don't know how that works. I've never done that. But yes, I like business credit cards. They're totally different. Oh, yeah, business credit card. Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Whole nother thing. Business credit cards. Listen, you can run your life and live your life through your business credit. You really can. You don't even have to touch your personal credit. You can get so smooth and tough with your business credit. I mean, your Yes, your business credit. You don't even have to touch your personal credit. That's a great point, Josh. You don't, man, listen, there's a lot of videos out there. I'm not going to get into the business credit thing because it is a lot. Not really, but you got to understand, you got to talk about personal credit, then understand business credit, then understand how they're separate and how they can benefit you both. But ultimately, business credit is going to benefit you the most because you don't have to use your social security number and they're going to give you more money. Because businesses make more money. You as a person, you can only make so much money. You can only work 40 hours, 60 hours a week, and you're going to bed. Your business, it can have 10 people working for it. So hell yeah, they'll give you a lot of money. Plus, those business credit cards, they give you so much money with cash back. Like they're giving like 5-6%. Some people are spending $16,000 a month on expenses, payroll. Depends on what kind of business you got. But man, business credit is big stuff. You can you can really slide on that. I got my business credit and it definitely works for me. Oh, but like I was saying, leverage. What I was telling the kids, what I should tell kids about credit, how it works. It works like this. You got Susan and you got Bob. Bob has no money. Susan has $20. Bob comes to Susan. He says, "Hey, Susan, I'm broke. I have no money. Can I borrow $10 from you and I will give you I will pay you some interest. I will pay you 5 on top of it." Susan says, "Okay, cool." Now, Susan has 10. Now, Bob just borrowed some money. Bob has $10. Susan has 10. Bob has 10. Okay, Bob was broke. Bob, with his $10, what does Bob do? Bob goes to the store. Bob goes and buys candy bars. Okay, he goes and buys 10 candy bars. All right, Bob goes and buys 10 candy bars at $5 a piece. Let's say he's doing $5 a piece. Candy bars. Okay, great. Bob goes and sells these candy bars. All right, he sells these candy bars $5 a piece. That's 10 of them. With that, what does Bob do? Bob makes some money. Now, let's do the math. 5 times 10, $50. All right. Now Bob has $50. Woo. Now, Bob went to a nice neighborhood. Bob understands sales. Bob said, "I'm going to go to the nice neighborhood because I know they're going to pay $5 for these candy bars because they ain't never seen them before." Bob's smart. Bob now has his $50. He goes back to Susan. He says, "Susan, I appreciate you. Thank you for loaning me the money." He now gives Susan 15. He said, "Susan, here's 10. Your 10 that I owe you. And I'm going to give you half of that. I'm going to give you 5 on top of that. I appreciate you. You looked out for me." Susan now has what? She had 10. Now she has another 10 plus 10. Plus 5. 15. She has $25. $25. But here's Bob. Bob had no money. Bob was broke. Bob had 50, right? Bob gave Susan 10. Now he's at 40. Bob gave Susan 15. Okay. Now he's at 35. Bob has more money than Susan, and she gave me the money. I was broke. I took the money that Susan loaned me. I put some money in her pocket, and I put some money in my pocket. And I have more money than her. And I was in debt. I owed her money. But instead of just going to buy candy bars and eating them, Bob took them and sold them for more than what he borrowed. And he got money back. Now Bob balling. So now Bob got 35. He had zero. What can Bob go buy now with $35? Bob flipped that 35 into $100. And this keep going and going and going. And that's how people make money with that debt. But we'll talk about that on Thursday. But yeah, debt. Hey, people are making money with debt. You just got to make sure you're going to get the money back. You just got to make sure you're going to make back more than what you borrow. But when you're borrowing consumer debt, you're not planning to make any money. That's the difference. The difference between consumer debt and consumer debt and debt leverage. I borrowed money with the intention to spend it. Debt leverage, I borrowed money with the intention to make money. I'm going to spend money, but I'm going to get some money back. It's just like the candy bars. You can, Susan might have she might know somebody named Ashley. Ashley did the same thing. She borrowed money from Susan, but she ate the candy bars. Now Susan got to go borrow money from somebody else to get the money back. Bob sold the candy bars. Different mindset, different places in life. Simple stuff though. That's how I was talking to the kids. I said, look, it just depends. That's how things work. Some people are going to run a business, and some people are going to be. You're going to be a salesman or a consumer. Salesman's always going to make more money. That's just how it goes. All right, let's get into it. That is debt, baby. That is how debt works. Consumer debt, stay away from it. But they make it look so good. And they got this new thing called Klarna, where when you buy stuff, you can make like 4 payments. Why you want to do that? It's only $30. If you need to make payments on $30, you probably don't need it. You might should wait. Save your coins. You don't need all that. All right, let's move on to the next segment of the show. All right, let's move on to the next segment of the show. But first, word from our sponsor, Cheap Not Broke fam. It's summertime. Do you have your tank top, your Cheap Not Broke tank top? I got 15% off. Why? Because I had this tank top on and I look good at the beach. You should get yours too. Head over to www.cheapnotbroke.com. All right, interesting news. Now, I don't know if y'all are car people, but I'm a car person. I like cars. I used to work at AutoZone. That's why I like cars. I used to work, spending around the time around cars, helping people fix cars and all that stuff. But here's this. Bugatti unveils a new sports car, 1,800 horsepower, and a price tag of $4 million. This is the Bugatti. Is this the Veyron? Sports car, the Turbulent, the successor of the Chiron. Okay, yeah, the Chiron. So this car, let's see, they're only making 250 models that will be built. Buyers can pick up one for a cool 3.9 euros. That's more in US dollars, which will be even more, 4 million, because yours, you got to round that up. Now, this thing is nice, but here's my thing. I listened, and the reason why I picked this because I don't know if you're a fan with T-Pain. T-Pain talked about owning one of these cars, and he was saying that this is a car that you're not really supposed to drive. This is a car that you just own because it's so damn expensive. I think he said he had this car. He bought it when it first came out, and he drove it around. And all cars are going to have some problems. I mean, look, you got a $4 million car on a $20,000 road. At what city have you seen a road that's really built for a $4 million car? None. They don't build the roads for $4 million cars. They build the roads for everybody. So driving on the roads and just regular wear and tear. Anyway, he had to go buy a I think it was a hot water. What was it? Hot cool inter. It was a cool inter. I think it was the cool in. cool air intake. Cool air intake. It's a part of the car that sucks in the air that make the car cold because cars, they usually run hot, but you want to suck in cold air for more combustion, make the car go faster. Anyway, this is what he needed. I think he said it cost maybe like 75,000 to get fixed. He's like, oh my gosh. And he still owed money on the car. So long story short, he ended up selling the car for like $1.5 million less than what he bought it for. And he said it was just one of the worst investments he ever made. And to pay $4 million for a car, look, that's not a car you want to drive. That's a car you hold on to it and sell. But here's my question. If y'all had $4 million, are you going to buy a car? Are you going to buy, if you got endless amounts of money, are you going to buy a $4 million car? Are you going to go do that? Because I guarantee you, a lot of people don't know what the hell a $4 million car looks like. You don't. I live out here in LA. I've been by the dealership. I've been by the Bugatti dealership. It's 3 cars in there. Just 3. They got them in the office. They're locked up. They don't even have a lot because they know ain't nobody out here coming out here to buy they're not about to sell 6 cars in a day. I doubt it. $4 million for a car. These people have so much damn money to spend $4 million. What do you do for a living to have $4 million to spend on a car? What do you do? I want to know. Tell me. I need some advice so I can get some of that money too. But $4 million on a car, that's a lot of money. Is that cheap, not broke? No, that is broken. That is broke. I would never. Well, I'm not in that position. But just knowing that, spending $4 million on a car, that's a car you make money from. You're probably going to hold on to that car. It's going to be worth $6 million and you sell it. But you damn sure don't drive it. The roads are trash. The roads are trash. Let's see. Here we go. Let me see. Got my next story. Here we go. This is, I don't know if it's going to play the sound, but here we go. Let's see. Let me see if it'll play the sound for us. No.
25 cents for burgers and a nickel for sodas. The law impacts over 500,000 workers at chains with at least 60 U.S. locations.
For all things money, visit benzinga.com.
Oh, well, it already played. Anyway, what happened was New York food delivery workers, they went down to riot because, well, not riot, but they went down to city. They went down to city council because they're saying the apps, they're taking too many fees. They're taking too many, they take a lot of money and they're not getting as much in tips. I don't blame them. But here's the thing. I don't know about this. I'm too cheap. I'm not using those apps. I don't use no delivery app. I don't use no food delivery, nothing. I understand some people have to use it because that's your situation. I'm not knocking you. But me personally, I'm going to pick up my food because here's the problem. If my food is wrong, who's going to fix that? Yes, we'll give you a refund. I don't care about no refund. I care about my food. I'm still hungry. Now I got to go down here and get it myself because you're not about to let them mess it up 2 times. And I have seen the fees on some of these apps. It's super expensive, very expensive. You're paying a third of the price of the food. And then you got to tip these people because you want to make sure they get you your food there. You don't want no attitude. Yeah, they got my food. I'm going to tip them. Yeah, I don't want no problem. But it's a lot of money for these food delivery apps. If you spend what? I don't know, $25, you might pay, 10 in fees. You might pay 10 in fees. Apps charge way too much for fees. It's like buying an item or a meal twice. Yes, it is. It is like buying an item or a meal twice. It damn sure is. Yes, it is. Sean 5378 5738. Yes, it is. It's almost like buying 2 apps. They charge you so much money. And then when you get to the end, here's what mess you up on the apps, though. Here's what really mess you up. You've already been in person to buy the food, so you know how much it costs. I like Shake Shack. I like Shake Shack. Shake Shack, burger, fry, no drink, $13.83. I get it all the time. My order doesn't change. I get 2 herb mayos and I get 2 Shack sauces and a ketchup. I go there. I like it. But once, oh damn it, turn my camera off. Oh damn, wrong camera. Hold on. Doing too much. Oh, camera came on. What happened with my camera? Oh well. Well, looks like hold on a second. What happened to my camera? Oh well. Anyway, we'll keep it rolling. As long as the camera's working. We're solid. Yep, I guess the battery died. Anyway, damn, lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. The apps, Shake Shack. Yes, I like Shake Shack. I know how much it costs. I know exactly how much it costs. So now I'm ordering online. It's an extra $9, $10. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying the extra $9, $10, and I already know how much this stuff costs. I already know all this. So I have a problem with that. You get conditioned to pay a certain price. I don't care what nobody say. Look, you gotta everybody's price conscious and price sensitive about stuff. Some stuff, if it go up $1, $3, like, oh no, I'm not paying for this. No, it's not it. I'm done. Some stuff they can go up $10 and you will keep paying that. But some stuff they go up the slightest little bit. I'm out. I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on it. If you have an Amazon Prime account, they waive the Grubhub fee. Oh, check that out, Mama Zeke. If they have an Amazon, hey, cheap not broke tip a day. Thank you for that. If you have an Amazon Prime account, they waive the Grubhub fee. Now, do they do this one time or they do this all the time? Is this like a recurring thing? They always do that? Because if that's the case, I might get on their own Grubhub. But I still want to make sure they get my food, make sure they get my food right. I want to make sure that's the case. But the fees, yes, the fees. It's very hard. It's very hard to continue to pay. And I already know how much I've been paying for this stuff. And let's be clear. You're not going to get no fine dining Grubhub. Maybe somebody's birthday, maybe Mother's Day, Father's Day, something like that. I'll do it. But other than that, I'm not paying that. Oh, all the time. Oh, all right then. Who knew? Who knew? So if you got an Amazon Prime account, Grubhub will waive the fee. That is good to know. Thank you, Mama Zeke, for that. We appreciate that. That is very much appreciated. These Grubhub fees, look, and then the people come. Look, I like, at least put them in a t-shirt or something. They be coming dressed all kind of way. And I don't like people not looking up the par around my food. I'm sorry, that's just me. I don't want you to deliver my food in no pajamas. Make me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like that. You came out like you just nah, man. Nah. Guy came out in pajama bottoms. I'm like, nah, I don't like that. You got to put on some regular clothes for me. That didn't work out. That's just me. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Are y'all accepting food in pajama bottoms? Like, did you just get out of bed and come here? Did you brush your teeth? And what did you do? I need to know. You need to check in with your employer and let them know, hey, you need a t-shirt and all that. And lastly, this is a fan favorite. Here we go. Hooters. I don't know if y'all remember the Hooters. I never went to Hooters like that. Wasn't my thing. Not really my type of women, and they wings suck. I don't really like the Hooters wings. Hooters abruptly shuts down dozens of underperforming stores as inflation hammers diners. Every week I got a story about somebody shutting down. Hooters abruptly closes dozens of underperforming stores, latest chain restaurants, and battle inflation U.S. consumers. The famed chicken wings brand, known for skimpy wings, skimpy uniforms, pressure cited from current market conditions, had a decision to close unspecified number of stores. Now, what is it? Is it because the price of wages going up? We look forward. The company has been opening new locations in both U.S. internationally, as well as adding Hooters brand frozen grocery stores. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Hooters is a thing. It used to be a thing, but I don't know if Hooters is really doing it like that for people. I haven't seen the Hooters button. I haven't seen. Oh damn! I haven't seen the Hooters button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, please, and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and hit that super chat if you would like. It is very much appreciated. Super chat, we appreciate that too. But Hooters. I haven't been to a Hooters in a long time. I barely even see a Hooters. Used to see a Hooters all over the place. I don't see them no more. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's something people are still doing. They're still going to that. I mean, are y'all in the chat? Are y'all still going to Hooters? I'm going to Wingstop. I don't need to see no butt cheeks. I just want my chicken. I just want the chicken. Let me get up out of here. I mean, I don't want no chicken here. You can go watch. If you want to watch butt cheeks, you can go watch butt cheeks on home and get the Wingstop. Then get the combo on Wingstop. You can do that. You don't need to go to Hooters and see none of that stuff. So and we're in a different society now. That might make people offensive. But I'm gonna tell you one place now. I'm gonna tell you somewhere I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. You want some good chicken? Strip club. Strip club got good chicken. You don't even got to be into that. You may not even be into the strippers. Just go for the chicken. I'm telling you, chicken. The strip club got good chicken. I got a homeboy. My homeboy Burn. Burn been on the show. Shout out to Burn. Burn used to go to strip club on lunch break to get chicken. He said, "Hey man, I'm going to strip club. You want some chicken?" I'm like, "Yeah, bring me some chicken. I appreciate it." Yeah. I'm like, man. He said, I'm going to strip club. I said, Bernie, it's 1:30. Where you going to strip club for, man? You need to see booty cheeks right now. He's like, no, man, the chicken on sale. Oh man. And I went one night and the chicken was good. I went to Houston, went to the strip club. Chicken was good. Chicken is good in strip club. I'm trying to tell you. I saw a video where Uber Eats or Grubhub delivery guy brought the bag of food inside the bathroom stall and the bag was on the floor. Oh no. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. I wish I saw that video. Kind of nasty. Yeah, man. I can believe that. They don't look, when you work in a restaurant, they have regulations. They don't even seal all the bags. Grubhub should have a resealable bag that can't be opened. Now, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do they have a resealable bag that the food goes in and the seal, like nobody can open it? And if it's been opened, I can know. Do they have that for you? I don't know. You don't know what they doing food. Like Josh just said, they took the food in the bathroom and put it on the ground. Come on, man. No. And these people aren't, everybody ain't clean. Everybody ain't doing what they need to do on with the Grubhub. So, you know, I don't know. I don't use it. It's not even about yes, the people are nasty. Yes, that's true, but that's not my main reason for not using it. My main reason for not using it is the fees. It's the fees. If y'all gonna charge these much in fees, put them on a t-shirt or something. Like, hey, send me a picture of who's coming to deliver my food before they show up. Let me see something. Give me some more insight on what's going on with my food, please. That would make me a lot more comfortable, make me feel a lot better. But they're not about to do that. They're not about to do that. And I got one more. I got one more for you. I want one more. I don't need to pull it up. I don't know if y'all know about this. Alex Jones, he's a personality. He talks a lot of conspiracy stuff. Anyway, this guy, he was going around saying that Sandy Hook did not happen. He was trying to say, oh, this is not true. This is not this, blah, 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 blah. Well, turns out you can't just go around saying what you want to say about people. This man, I think he got sued for maybe $1 billion. And not only that, he makes his money off of YouTube. They're pulling his YouTube channel. They're making him take it down for spreading misinformation. This guy, because I've seen him, his show is called InfoWars. And, you know, he says all kind. Now, some of that stuff, I'm like, might be true. But most of the stuff is a lot of hot garbage. But they shut his stuff down. And I said that to say this. You can't just be talking about people, man. People are not about to put up with that. You can't just be talking about people, saying what you want to say and speaking to people. Look, people not tolerate that. They're coming for his pockets. And he was on his channel broadcasting. These are parents who lost their children, man. You can't say no shit like that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Your mouth will cost you money. You know, you may not go to jail, but you're going to be working like you in jail to pay off all this debt. Because he owe people now. And they took away his main way to make money. So what you about to do about that? And I don't know how it works online, but I don't talk about people. You notice when I get on here, I don't be really I don't get on here dogging celebrities and none of that stuff. People have gotten sued for that. I don't do that. That's not what, that's not what we about Cheap Not Broke. Anyway, we are about living life at your price. I think I found the hook for it. Live life at your price. Because that's what you're doing, Cheap Not Broke. You live life at your price. We want to find stuff on sale. And not pay debt, because debt is not our price. We are not living our life at our price, being in all this consumer debt on all these people. Now, yes, you got to get into debt here and there, but you know what? We're not trying to get into $20,000, $30,000 credit card debt. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's not what you want to do. You're going to owe them people more money than what they gave you. They gave you $5,000. You owe them $7,000 in interest. Add that up. No, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. But yes, debt on Thursday. Oh, Wednesday rant. I don't got it. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but I'm going to have something to complain about. We're going to have something to rant. We have fun on Wednesday rant. I'm starting to enjoy Wednesday rant. And I'm trying to pick topics that we all can rant about, that everybody cares about, because there's some bullshit going on out here. It is. But that's what we're going to talk about on the Wednesday rant. So we're going to have the Wednesday rant coming this Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, I almost forgot. Damn, see, I'm playing. Now, I didn't get the right size, but I have I'm hosting a comedy show in Bellflower this Thursday at PK's Lounge. It is at Damn, what is it? It is at it is in Artesia Boulevard. If you look on YouTube, if you look under the where they post the picture on the community, you can see the flyer. The flyer is there. Free show, doesn't cost nothing to get in. It's really fun. I got from 4 of my comedian buddies coming through. I'm gonna act a damn fool. I'm gonna act a damn fool. I haven't produced my show since April. So it's been a minute, and I get to host, and I get to be up there all night, and I can do what I want to do and talk about whatever I want to talk about. So you should really come to the show on Thursday. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Come to the show on Thursday. I make sure I take care of you. I even get you a drink. You know what? Because you come up and show up with me, I'll make sure you come out, have a good time. You watch me on YouTube, you show up to one of my shows, I'm gonna take care of you. I can't say I'm gonna do that every show, but hey, there's been a couple people came up. Hey man, I'm from Cheap Not Broke. I'm from YouTube. Oh, okay. What did I talk about on Thursday? I ain't buying you no damn drink. Nah. Some people be trying. But yeah, if you come out to the show, let me know you're from the channel, you watch the show. I'm gonna get you a drink, take care of you, make sure you have a good time. That's what I like to do. I like to make sure people have an amazing time at my comedy shows because we're out there here to laugh, have a good time, and my job is to provide happiness to you. That's my same job here on YouTube, to provide happiness and some good content. Because we got to learn. Yeah, we can have fun and laugh, but hey, that people listen, some of the richest men in the world in America have jumped out of buildings over debt. That's how bad this is. People have killed themselves. Excuse me. People have jumped out of buildings, done a lot of crazy stuff over the debt because they couldn't pay. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. So, it's something that you really want to manage and get under control of. Now, we ain't gonna have no problems over here. We ain't gonna have, because we all love ourselves. We're not gonna have them kind of problems. But it's just saying that stuff, it can really snowball. It can really affect your life. But if you understand what it's about, how it can work for you, not against you, and you don't need every damn thing. You don't need to put everything on your credit card. You don't need all them shoes, all that stuff. You don't need to be putting no $100 dinners on your credit card. No. If you understand that, then you'll be all right. You don't need no debt. Got to go into debt to buy a house. Got to go in debt to buy a car. But you don't need to go into debt to go eat no crab legs. We're not going to debt over no crab legs and no shrimp. Not doing that. I'm about to go down here and give me the crab leg shrimp. Well, how many pounds you about to get? That's about to be $110. You put on your credit card, you don't pay it off till next week. Nah, by the next week, you've already put some more stuff on there. So that 110 went to 230 because you playing. So manage your debt, people. Manage your debt. I don't know what happened to McCrammer. I'll get it back rolling on Thursday. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, follow me at Instagram at Cheap Not Broke. Please follow me on Instagram at Cheap Not Broke. Also follow me on my comedian page, Malcolm Hall. That's where you can find me. And you got to head over to cheapnotbroke.com. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com. A couple of y'all sign up for the email list. I appreciate that. I be getting them leave emails. Anytime you're on the website, if somebody's on the website right now, I know. So I appreciate those who go to the website, checking out the podcast, checking out all the content. You're very much appreciated. Please go back and watch the podcast. Also go watch some of my travel videos. Man, I got another cruise video I'm about to post, working on some stuff from Brazil. So I'm gonna have a whole nice video. I'm gonna put together a video from y'all from Brazil. Yes, comedy special was fire. Thank you, my man E. Yes, right there from my man E. The comedy special was fire. Thank you for watching. I worked really hard on that damn thing. I worked really hard. I learned an interesting lesson though in the comedy special. You got to have somebody producing it. I produced it. My buddy hosted. It was a 2-man show. Me and my buddy Byrne. I flew in from. I produced the show in Florida from California, so I put a whole lot of work into that. I appreciate E for watching. But yeah, man, comedy special. Please watch that. Got the live show on Thursday, and if I'm in the city near you, please come out to a show and enjoy. And yeah. But that's what it is, man. We're going to be back again on Wednesday night for the Wednesday night rant. I don't know what we're going to rant about, but it's going to be something crazy, fun, unrelatable. I'll figure that out. But then we're back on Thursday. Thursday, we're talking about debt leverage, talking about how you make money with this debt. Because everybody some people making money with this. Some people borrowing money and making money. So we're going to talk about debt leverage because that's what we got to do. We got to talk about how we making money. And we ain't going to let it make us. What Diamond say? Make the money. Don't let it make you. Come on now. That was a stripper telling you that. That was good advice. Great advice. Them ladies be knowing something and saying at the strip club. I'm not going to say that. I ain't going to get into all that tonight. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate everybody. We will be back again on Wednesday night for the Wednesday night rant. We going crazy. And I will see you then. Take care. Have a good night. And I'm going to get my damn camera fixed. See ya.